Another dark log from the diary of a griever named John Weaver, which is me. Morning, guys. Are we still waking up at the time of the morning? It's only about 3:25. Yeah, what is it? About the 14th? Tax day, Tuesday. Hope you guys got your taxes filed in. I did. Shout out to the artist in recovery. He's been doing a couple of videos concerning about our old Jesus Trump, or Trump Jesus. Morning, Earl P. Let's talk. Okay, so you're talking about integrity, dude. You keep going on X, which I hadn't done, and I avoid like the plague like it is. You get people not into integrity. You're into people who are just as mentally screwed up as old Trump face is, and they like dealing with the fantasy stuff. I mean, it's one thing dealing with fantasy. I dealt with it all the time. Still deal with it. But the one thing I can also try to do more and better. And I have to be humiliated and humbled and be grateful about it. Because if I'm not, then I've got a problem then with myself. It's called integrity, dude. It's called integrity. Both didn't have it a long time ago. You didn't have it in your way, I didn't have it in mine. And it's hard as hell to have people learn about what the hell you're doing, because it's called being ashamed of what the hell you are. An addict alcoholic. I could have been called an addict alcoholic as well. Alcoholic like mine did at one time. Been an addict of different sorts as well. It still ended me up at 12 steps anyway. But I have to admit, going through the program, it helped me to be honest. Or at least try to be anyway. But it's also helped me gain integrity. How I look at myself, self-respect, self-esteem. At least a bit anyway. And without being an egomaniac. Trump doesn't know how to be anything but the way he is right now. He's a full-blown megalomaniac with ego to boot. And his followers are drawn to him like a moth to a flame, or the bugs to a damn bug zapper. They see the light and like, ooh, shiny, and then zap. They get zapped. They keep thinking that he's going to save their ass one way or another. They'll talk about him, they'll talk about it. As much as I'm gathering information concerning about X, and as I said before, I try not to deal with it, but I deal with it in other forums. I hear other people talking about it. I haven't read the things personally until they started flashing them on the tubes or anywhere else on the internet that I could find. Especially if Trump's going to be mouthing off left and right. And then the reactions are coming from everybody else. So I get a screenshot of this, screenshot of that, screenshot of this, screenshot of that. And I'm storing them for posterity. Can't help it. I'm a historian. I try to be a historian buff of sorts. And I collect things. A long time I collected other things that were science fiction and stories and whatnots from a long time ago. Things change, life changed, and switch my patterns around. Learn how to be a better researcher. And collecting other things, other stories. PDF this, PDF that. File drives and this shit. I've been an avid reader a long while. I haven't read a good book in a hell of a long while. Even though there are political books out there that probably put me to sleep. But growing up as a kid to a teenager to To a young man, yeah. I was always a book in a damn pocket or in a backpack. As I get bored, I read. Read the newspaper. Tried to get myself informed about a lot of things. Social media came out, and then we get to read everyone else's shorthands until they have extended. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got a point of view. Everyone thinks they've got facts and figures. Well, when you can verify the facts and figures, then you can say, okay, fine. But if not, you ain't got any integrity, not in my book. Because unfortunately, you gave me falsehood. You gave me a fictional. So I call you a fictional writer. You're going to write something, write the damn shit and back the shit up. See, being a college student back then and now, it was always about the research. Everything had to be researched. You're going to be writing an essay about something, you got to have your damn facts together. Which meant you had to have notations, you had to have bibliographies, you had to have quotations. This is the kind of stuff that they drilled into me when Case were 12 and then in college, and then, decades later back into college for round 2. And if you just quoted stuff out, it wasn't legitimate and it wasn't real. I made that mistake a long time ago. And I don't even have the damn newspaper with me ever again. I wish I had. I got in the last year of working over at, doing a journalism class over in my high school. There were some facts and figures I screwed up on a news story. I didn't do my research. My English professor, journalist teacher would have a field day and would be ruling over me left and right. But suffice it to say, it was a lousy article that I wrote. I haven't come clean on anything else like that in a long time. If I was going to be doing an opinion piece, I better had I'd say it off the top of my head. But if I knew stuff, I would write it in there. But the thing is, when you're doing opinion pages on newspapers, they really don't pin the author down about where they're getting their facts and figures from. Same thing about social media. Now, being trained up as a research student, I am held to a higher level of accountability. I should have been at a long time ago back in high school, but I wasn't. Nobody held me up to that kind of standard. They should have. They should have written my ass up. But they didn't. I wish I had. Integrity is important, dude. If you ain't got it, don't start blathering up a storm here. You lied, you bullshitted, and you didn't admit your mistake. Well, then it's on you. Because now we wonder if you got integrity left, if you got any self-esteem, if you're actually legitimate or not. And if you happen to go into a college situation and you start mouthing off stuff on a piece of paper, expect the professor to read it, he'll look at it and wonder, where'd you get your material from? If you don't have a works cited page, then he knows it's all fiction. And you're going to be plagiarized, you're going to be ostracized, you're going to have a reputation. See, me being a college student, I have to have that reputation and integrity going all the way through my scholastic history here and my career. From the day I get into a college to the day I get out of the college, and if I'm going to continue to polish shit, I better have my damn facts and figures ready, or be ready to be called upon it to produce the evidence. See, that's the one thing about X. They don't give a shit about it. They'll buy the bullshit. You buy the bullshit all the time. You get a jolly over the damn thing. I think you got a fetish over the damn shit. Me, on the other hand, I stay away from the mental meatheads. I don't want to deal with that kind of aggravation. I'm listening to what's happening on the news stations when I can get them, and I'm looking at the stuff that they're putting out. It's even worse is when I'm doing the independents out there. There's a lot of independent producers out there. Content creators, they call them. I call them IPs. I don't call them content creators. Maybe I should. But if you're going to be putting content out there and you're going to be making a claim, where's the proof? I have to pin these people down, dude. Including you. At times you do produce the evidence, and other times you don't. If you think it's a worthwhile article, I know you put something out there. And you must have subscribed to some of the articles, actually to the main posting there. Because that particular website wants money all the damn time. And if I get a one shot out of it, one PDF, then I've got some information to read. But if I don't, I have to subscribe all the damn time. It sucks. Concerning about what Trump's been saying, he doesn't give a shit. He really doesn't give a shit. Because he's been doing this damn thing all his fucking life, including his damn family. That's all they want to do is grift. They want you to buy his bullshit. He's worse than any fiction writer I've ever come across. He's worse than any opinion writer I've ever come across. And believe me, I've come across some of them who actually have their own reputations that they're already made up. There's a few of them out there I read in print. And I thought they're full of shit. This guy doesn't care if he's on camera or not of being full of shit. He'll say it and walk off. Because he's living in his own ego and his own dream. And everybody else buys his stuff. I'm sorry, I can't deal with them because I don't think they've got enough intelligence to figure what reality is and what truth is all about. Especially what they're talking about one thing or another. Trump put out his Trump Jesus because he wanted distractions. He's always doing distractions. He doesn't want you to see the real thing. We're doing the con game here. We're doing the shell game. You've seen a shell game before. I know everybody's seen the shell game before. You put your pea, marble, whatever the hell it is, and you have 3 shells. What do they call it? A 3-shell Monty? And they shuffle around, hoping that you haven't figured the shit out. Is it under 1? Is it under 2? Is it under 3? The guy might have it palmed already. You don't even know. But we're supposed to pay attention to this shit because this is the thing that we got drawn upon. Somebody else is getting the mark. And that's what's happening. We got distracted all the fucking time. And so are you. But you live for it. Because this is how you get your money. Talking about everyone else's mental defects. I listen to pass the time. I'll listen to see if there's anything that you're going to be talking about that's going to be interesting. And not just about 12-step recovery. Yeah, I kept watching about what Trump was saying. I've heard it from the people, from the corporate, and from the independent. They got print articles out there from different papers, and I'm getting PDFs on them. If there's going to be anything used against the guy, I want to keep something just in case. If he's going to lie and deny about the damn shit, let's put the shit out there and post it. He took down the picture concerning about himself as an AI generated. He did this because he already got what he wanted. What we're doing right now. We're talking about his ass. We're talking about him in a different way instead of saying about the Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files. He don't want that. He wants you and me and everybody else to be distracted about how great and wonderful guy he is. All these things he wants to be showing to the world that he's a great and wonderful guy, despite the fact that he's causing him more hell than everything else. He supported Orbán. That's why he sent J.D. Vance over to Hungary to promote. Because of the reputation we have in the United States currently with Trump in office, we suck. The people know it. The people said, America, you suck. Our Prime Minister, he sucks. That's why we're getting a new one. Took him long enough. As for Trump trying to be Trump Jesus at this point over here, I already know he's already broken 2 commandments already. The first one and first 2. So I got a problem with that one. And I know the clergy are talking about it too. They're not happy with it. They're not happy with it, and neither is the congregations. You insult religion like that? Yeah, and I liked it when some of the independents out there show the clips of what Trump said concerning about, I love Christians, I love you Christians, I'm not Christian, but I love you Christians, I want your vote. He loves them so much that in his first term, he wanted to get photo ops at a local church, a nearby church to the White House. They have protests, protesting Trump. He had Secret Service and Capitol Police pushed the crowds back and pushed them out of the way so his photography crew could get some shots of him holding a Bible upside down. Upside down, dude. So he's constantly chasing his tail and somebody else's tail at the same time. That being said on that one, let's see what you're going to say the next time there, dude. Later.